everybody, this is Michael out in Maui. Aloha. So if you've been enjoying all the videos I've been putting out, I recommend subscribing to the channel. By subscribing, you'll be notified every single time I put out a new video. So today, I wanted to talk about learning how to throw forehand. So I've done a lot of talking on, throwing backhand, and made a lot of, series walking you through how to throw backhand. So I thought I should do the same thing for forehand. So gonna put together a series of videos all on how to throw forehand. So the first thing though about throwing a forehand is the grip. There's a few different styles of grips. I think the most common grip is just two fingers stacked on top. You just put the two fingers, the pointer finger and the middle finger, just tuck right into under the rim. And then, that's it. You just tighten up from there. The other two fingers sit underneath, and then the thumb, just right where the disc gets soft from the wing. And that's pretty, I think, the standard grip I think most people use. There are some modified grips out there that people like. I find this one works. So, once you have your grip, the throw of a forehand is from pushing with those fingers. On a backhand, you know how the backhand throws and your wrist pushes into the disc to throw. On a forehand, you're doing the opposite. It's you got to push with your fingers to throw the disc. So it's really important to get used to, pushing the disc like that, just like that. So you get your, hand underneath, and then you just push with the fingers. But my style of forehand, once again, I rely on my wrist. This right here. This throws my disc. I don't do a whole lot anything else. I just rely on my arm. So kind of just like this. The other big thing about, when you're learning to throw a forehand is you push with the fingers, but the palm stays up. You can see right now the disc is flat, palms up. But you can see if I roll my wrist on the throw, the nose is going down on the disc. So when you're throwing, you want to come in, palm up, and the throw would release here, and your hand's up this way on the release. Because like I said, if you roll it over this way and you get your wrist on it like that, you're going to throw it with the nose down. It's going to go down. So when you're throwing, you just got to think of keeping that palm up, and then pushing with the fingers to throw the disc. So that's the basic grip setup, on how to hold the grip. When you throw, push with those fingers, and as you release the disc, the palm's up this way. The other thing that makes it a lot easier to throw a forehand is throwing a overstable disc. If you throw the disc, it should turn to the right. If you throw the disc and it's going to the left, it's too understable. So for forehand, you want to throw a disc that can turn to the right for you. So that's your basic hand setup. Pretty much how you want to hold the grip. And like I said, you don't want to roll the wrist into the shot. Palm stays up on the shot. So that's the setup on how to throw or grip the disc for a forehand. So next week, release a video and we'll get more in depth onto the, full distance throw and the shorter flick, like I call it, approach shots. So we'll get into talking about long distance and approach shots for forehand. So anyways, this is Michael out in Maui. Aloha.